Hi everybody, it's Tina. I am going to make a recipe that is a favorite of my children. I have two children, a son and a daughter, and they are both grown adults. But even to this day, they will request that I make this for them when they come and visit. It is a macaroni and tomatoes, and I will need some macaroni. I use the shells. I got the small shells today. You can use the larger ones if you like. I got the whole tomatoes. Now normally I would use the whole box of the pasta. It was 16 ounce, but I'm going to make a half a batch because it's just me, so I don't want to make too much. So I'll use 8 ounces of this, and I usually get the 28 ounce can of whole tomatoes, but I got the 14 and a half to make a half of it. And I always get the whole tomatoes and I cut them up myself. I don't know, for some reason it tastes better to me to get the whole ones instead of already cut up diced tomatoes. You need a ground beef. For the full batch you use a pound, but I'm going to use just half of this. And Cheese Whiz. I will use the whole thing in the full batch, but I'm going to just use half of this jar for this recipe. All right, let's get started. I have my water, about 9 cups of water. I'm going to bring that to a boil for the pasta. And I forgot, the only season I use is salt. I don't put any other seasoning in this. And I use quite a bit of salt in this recipe because it just tastes better with salt. So I already salted my water. You can put as much salt as you want. I will salt my ground beef. And you just brown your meat and get your water up to a boil so you can add your pasta. The 1 pound of pasta, this is a 4-cup measuring, so I'm going to use 2 cups of pasta for the half recipe. There you have 2 cups of the noodles, and the half a pound of ground beef is cooking, and my water is coming up to a boil. Okay, I put the other half of ground beef in a freezer bag, and yes, I do reuse these bags. I wash them and I reuse them until I can no longer reuse it. So I will put this in the freezer for another meal. My ground beef is about done. I'm going to put it in a little bowl with the paper towel and get so it'll drain all the grease out. We're just waiting for the water. My water is up to a boil. I will pour in my pasta, give it a stir, And you will cook that to the directions, about 10 to 12 minutes. And I will be back. While my pasta is cooking, I'm gonna cut up my tomatoes. Just cut them up in little pieces, like bite-sized pieces. And you wanna keep the juice and all. You're gonna put the whole thing in this dish. Here's my tomatoes. I just cut them up in little pieces, and I kept all the juice, and we're gonna use the whole thing. Noodles are done. I'm going to put half of this Cheese Whiz in first so it can melt. That looks about right. So you want to stir it till the Cheese Whiz melts. It looks like it's pretty much melted almost. And I have the other half a jar. I will save it for a later date. This lasts quite a long time in the fridge, so I'll use it before it goes bad. And maybe I'll use this and make the bean dip with the rest of my beans. I might do that. Okay, then you're gonna put your ground beef. And you're gonna put your tomatoes, the whole thing, juice and all. At this point, I will add a little more salt. And there you have it. My version of macaroni and tomatoes. It's kind of like the soup. Let me plate it up. There you have it. Macaroni and tomatoes. Let me give it a try. Oh, this is so good. It's so simple. I don't know anybody who wouldn't like this. I mean, I grew up with it, so maybe that's why I like it. Well, actually, I got this recipe from my mother-in-law, and I just started making it from when she showed me how to make it, and I started making it for my children, and it's just been a go-to recipe when you just don't know what to make. You just make macaroni and tomatoes. It's so easy, simple, and delicious. I hope you give it a try, and I will talk to you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye. I just wanted to show you how many servings I have left over. I already had a bowl, and I'm about to have my second serving. It's just that good. And yes, I did grow up on this because I was only 19 years old when I got married. And my mother-in-law gave me this recipe, and I've been using it ever since. Okay, everybody, just wanted to show you how many servings I have, and I will enjoy this meal for the next 5 days. Thank you, everybody. Bye. Oh, and don't forget your drink. I had the lemon lime Kool-Aid today. Refreshing. Bye.